start to the season where I had a little neck surgery. I was not able to be on the mat physically doing anything all year, so my coaches were just fantastic in stepping in and taking over to help in teaching all moves and everything. So I really thank you guys so much for doing that. Let me introduce my coaches here. Coach Kyle Bruin. Coach Kyle Bruin graduated 2004 from Boys Golf. Brad Walker graduated in 2001. Mark Inda graduated in 2009. A couple of my coaches who aren't here tonight, Greg Terry graduated in 2000 and Marcus Daniels in 2004. And it just goes to show that you know, the alumni coming back to give back to the program is such a fraternity. This wrestling program is it's just it's like a family. It really is. But one coach I don't want to leave off for sure is Coach Dean Duffy, who's been here for 34 years volunteering his services. I do want to thank all the parents for their support coming to all the matches and tournaments. Tournaments are forever. They're all weekend long. We have quite a few tournaments, so I appreciate all the support from the parents. But I also want to thank the staff because they have 25 to 30 guys checking their weight on the day of a match. The staff has been so patient to let them run, check their weight, and then come back to class a couple minutes late with a pass for me. I appreciate their support because to get 25 guys to be watching their weight in the middle of wrestling season is no easy task. So thank you to the staff as well. Let me first introduce the JV wrestlers. I hope I get everybody accounted for here. First, Josh Adebayo. Andrew Long. Marcus Lorenzana. Jonathan Harness. Jeremy Medicine Reynolds. And Juan Rodriguez. If I did, I'll find out. And before I start with the varsity team, I have to say thank you to our two staff this year, Caleb Brown and Nancy Newing, for helping out. They were fantastic. Yay! Let me quickly introduce the varsity wrestlers by weights, by the weight classes. The 106 sophomore Roy Wang is 5th in PG County this year, 12 wins. And second letter for 113-pounder Kanan Mehta is a junior, 6th in PG. One of our team captains at 120 pounds, a senior, his name is John Inda. John in first place in PG County, and was also a regional qualifier. Next up, sophomore at 126 pounds, took 2nd in PG this year, 4th in the regions, and also a state qualifier is Ricky Bryant. At 132 pounds, a junior, 2nd in PG County, at 18 wins, was a regional qualifier, Samir Salim. At 138 pounds is not here tonight, but that's Joey Louch, he's a senior, and he's also that's Joey Louch. Okay, at 145 pounds, we had a senior who had not the best winning season, but he demonstrated so much leadership on the team. He was just a great asset to have around. That's Rajesh Neer.
Rajesh!
At 152 pounds, senior Again, didn't have all that many wins, but he was our go-to guy when we needed someone to fill in this spot, in that spot, and was a huge help this year. Is Marquise Stevens Clark.
All right, Marquise.
Our third captain at 160 pounds was a senior, and he had 15 wins and demonstrated great leadership on the team this year, and that was Jose Julio.
Hey, Jose!
182 pounds, not here tonight, was a junior. He'll be returning next year as Marlon Shelton, but he's not here tonight. And our last captain at 195 pounds was a senior, took first in PG and first everywhere in the world practically, but second in the States this year, was Casey Wakocha.
Casey!
At 220, we have a sophomore, took third in PG, had 16 wins, became the regional qualifier, and the learning curve went for this guy, Chabuz Amuka.
Chabuzi!
And last at 285, although he only weighs about 204, is a sophomore, Michael Abbey.
Hey, Mike!
Just a couple comments about the season. I don't get right to the awards. Our wrestling season is one of the longest seasons of the year. The number of hours we spend in the room, we average 2.5 to 3 hours a day, and 6 days a week. We have 6 two-day tournaments, which start at noon on Friday and end around 11, sometimes late at night, midnight, getting back to school. And we're back at on Saturdays from like 7 in the morning, weighing in until 8, 9, 10 o'clock at night. So we have 6 of those weekends. So putting all of the time together, we spend collectively about 400 plus hours as a family. We're a close-knit group. This year we came in figuring we were going to have a kind of rebuilding year after having lost a lot of seniors to graduation over the past 2 years. But these guys, they were a tight-knit bunch, and they really worked well together, and we just see with the hard work how things started coming together. And we ended up with a 9-5 dual meet season, which is another very good, respectable season. We had 2 county champions, 1 regional champ, a runner-up at the state tournament, qualified 7 for regions and 2 for states, and it's quite an accomplishment right there. But we have a lot of awards to get to. We don't just have a few, we have a lot of awards to get to, so let me start that real quickly. First award this year is going to be a new award that we're introducing. And actually, Coach Kyle was the one who came up with this idea. It's called the King of the Mat Award. And this new award is an incentive to be the best takedown man around. And developing a style and a rhythm in takedowns takes countless hours of repetition and dedication and just practice over and over. And Coach Kyle keeps very accurate records. The winner by 1 takedown this year goes to Ricky Ryan.
Oh my God!
Coach Kyle introduced a second award this year called the Chain Wrestler Award. And this was also an incentive award, but it was to inspire our wrestlers to create a prolific offense. So the goal is scoring the most points during the dual meet season. That's in a match, as far as takedowns and reversals and escapes, all the points you score, all totaled together. And the winner by also 1 point is also Ricky Bryant.
What?
And the most pins award, most falls. Every year there seems to be a competition between a few select wrestlers. This year, I thought I knew who it was, and I put the award in. I had to call Coach Green and say, wait a minute, I made a change. I'm sorry, I found someone else. And I had to call him up again and say, I made another change. So we ended up with 2, with a tie score this year. And the first goes to Casey Wakocha.
Casey?
And the second award goes to a wrestler who I think half of his pins came from reverse cradles. And that's Samir Salim.
Samir! I
The Outstanding First-Year Wrestler Award, First-Year Varsity Wrestler Award, this year goes to a wrestler who moved up from JVC last season with little experience and stepped right to a varsity spot. After being thrown to the wolves in some very difficult matches and tournaments, this wrestler made a dramatic improvement, eventually placed fourth in the county and became a regional qualifier. More importantly, though, this wrestler demonstrated the pride we have on the mat as other Roosevelt wrestlers. As Coach Joe Gibbs would probably have said, he fought his guts out every time he was on the mat. This year's award goes to Roy Wayne.
Oh, yeah.
The Most Improved Wrestler Award this year goes to a wrestler who demonstrated remarkable growth in a short time. And it seems like we had to have a wrestle-off each week to practice, since there were 3 guys in the same weight class, all about the same level of ability. After finally locking up the varsity spot, he posted a record that included 10 wins, placed 4th in PG County, and was a regional qualifier. This year's Most Improved Wrestler goes to Joey Lunch.
Hey, Joey.
Only 15 more. The Unsung Hero Award goes to a senior this year who did everything we asked of him. He went up in weight, dropped in weight, was always dependable to give you what he had. Not maybe step into the lineup just to help for a dual meet to help him score. Although he didn't get to wrestle that many matches this year, he did have a strong showing at the county until he had to stop for an injury. When I went out to check his finger, which was pointing at a right angle, he was looking at me like this, and I said, Marquise, you want me to take a picture of my cell phone? He said, no. This year, Marquise Stevens Clark.
Marquise!
The Outstanding Wrestler Award this year goes to a senior who, in my opinion, has always been just plain fun to watch. You knew you could count on him for a win whenever we needed it. This wrestler came to us out of the blue, having never wrestled before. After he beat some top-level competition, we realized we had a ringer. After finishing 3rd in the state last year, his goal was to win it all his senior year. Here's what he did. He took 1st place at the Northern Tournament, 1st place at the Springboro Tournament, 1st place at the Prince George's County Tournament, 1st place at the South Region Tournament, and finally, with a very tough loss in the finals, an 8-4 score in the state finals, he took 2nd at Maryland State. He also was just named All-Gazette at 195 pounds this year. For the 2nd straight year in a row, this award goes to Casey Kocha.
Yeah, Casey!
The Most Valuable Wrestler Award, MVP Award, this year goes to a unique individual who, as a sophomore, came into our starting lineup and never left it. This wrestler was always there to help coordinate practices, offer great insight, advice, certainly a true leader, and became a real go-to guy. After winning the county championship, he was also named All-Gazette at 120 pounds this year. This year's MVP award goes to John Ender.
Yeah, right, John! Ender!
And finally, the Coaches Award. The Coaches Award, I always think of this as a very special award because it's really hard to choose someone who's just that right person that exemplifies what the sport's all about and everything. So it's hard to choose from only one individual. There's a whole bunch of talented, motivated individual team. But this year's award winner is indeed special. As a coach, there is nothing more satisfying than to see a young wrestler grow and mature so much that he becomes yet a powerful leader among his peers. His dedication and inspiration to the practice room, from early preseason to the very end, never wavered. This year's Coaches Award goes again to John Ender.
All right, John.
Before I close off here, we took a team vote to get a lead captain for next year. Our lead captain will be the head captain going into the season. We'll decide on other captains as the season begins next year. And by unanimous decision, Ricky Bryant.
Hey, Rick.
Well, that's all we have. I guess it's time for girl basketball.